guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Josie and today I'm going to be trying out Wet n Wild, the brand Wet n Wild. It's a very cheap, well, not cheap in a bad way, but like inexpensive, yes, drugstore brand, and I'm super excited. I've tried out some of their products before, but today we're going to be doing an entire full face of Wet n Wild makeup. And I went out and bought a couple of other products that I haven't tried yet because I only have a couple things from Wet n Wild, and I'm so excited to be able to try this out with you guys. And I don't film a lot of makeup videos. This is going to be kind of interesting, but yeah, without further ado, I guess let's get started. Why did I say without further ado? Like, who says that? To start off, I have these two primers from Wet n Wild. There's a dewy and a matte. However, I have already owned the dewy one. I just bought the matte one. The dewy one is like decent for like a very dewy look. Not necessarily my favorite. Like, I love a dewy look, but it's a little shimmery-ish, so I'm gonna go with the matte one today. That it has a lightweight formula, refines the appearance of pores, and smooths the skin for even makeup application. So let's try it out. I'm really surprised this is like a matte primer, but it's actually going on really well, and it has sort of a silicone-y feel once it gets onto my face, but it's honestly not bad. As you can see, I look a lot less shiny now. I actually really like this primer. I am definitely going to be using this again. Next up, we have the very famous Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. This is in the shade Shell Ivory, and once again, I've already had this. I got this a while ago. It looks kind of light, but I think that it's just about my shade. So obviously I've already tried this foundation, so while I'm just kind of putting it on, I'm just going to tell you guys how I feel about it. So it is very popular, as I'm sure a lot of you guys know, and it has great coverage. Like, I love the coverage of this foundation, but obviously I am not one to wear a whole lot of makeup, if any makeup, outside of like making videos and stuff. So it's really good for like glam looks for me, but I'm not one to wear really foundation anywhere. So foundation in general is not something that, you know, I love. But yes, it has a very sketchy smell to it, but I like it overall. Concealer that I'm going to be trying out today is the Mega Glow Makeup Stick. It's just like a stick concealer, which I've actually never used before. That's why I bought it. They do have the like other concealer that is the Photo Focus concealer, but I wanted to try something different because, you know, a lot of people use that, so I wanted to see how this like works and how it blends out. So I'm gonna re-wet my beauty blender because it's starting to like dry because I didn't put a whole bunch on it. Yeah. So just by putting this side on, I can already tell it's a very creamy consistency, which is actually really good if you have drier skin like me. Sorry that I keep talking about dry skin, but it's winter time, guys. So this is so easy to blend out. Wow, that is so creamy. I've never tried a stick concealer, just like what I said, so I was really interested to see how this was like gonna work. But I'm actually so impressed with how that concealed my under eyes. Okay, so we are done with primer, foundation, and concealer. So moving on to setting my face, the only type of like setting powder type of thing that I have is this contouring palette. I actually have two of these. Sorry, it's like reflecting. But I actually have two of these. I have it in a darker shade as well. But I'm not gonna bake or anything. I'm just gonna go ahead and use this. And by the way, guys, I love this palette. It is so soft and like buttery. Oh my gosh, that is okay. That's a little bit dark. It's okay. I think I can make it work. Okay, you guys can't tell, but it's a little bit orange on my under eyes, but it sets it pretty well. It takes away like the creases and everything. But yeah, alright. So moving on to contouring, as you guys just saw, I do have this palette, but I also just bought this contouring stick. It looks like basically the same thing as the concealer, but in a contour darker shade. It smells like, okay, this smells like a crayon, but it's the same exact thing as the concealer, so Hopefully it's as creamy, but I don't know. I guess we will see. I'm going to be using a beauty blender again just to blend this out. So don't come at me for like my contouring skills. So this has a very orange undertone. So I'm not sure how I feel about that, but just in case it does kind of dry fast, I want to be able to blend it out right away. Okay, that's like not blending out. Okay, here we go. So it's starting to blend out a little bit, but like, it's definitely not as creamy as the concealer is. I thought it would be the same exact consistency and everything, but it's definitely not. But overall, it still blended out pretty well. And yeah, I've never done cream contouring before, so that is also like a problem, you know. So we are done with contouring. Once again, not super dramatic. I'm kind of going for like a more natural look. So, and also I've never done like stick contouring before, so I was kind of scared. So next up is blush, and I accidentally got like the wrong shade. I got the shade Pearlescent Pink. I didn't really even look at like the name. In store it looked matte, but it has like a shimmer. You guys can't really see, but it has like a shimmer to it. And I'm so mad at myself because I don't like shimmery blushes, because like I feel like shimmer, that type of thing, should be for highlight. So I'm not a huge fan of that type of thing. So hopefully it doesn't show up or something. I don't know, guys. This is gonna be really, really, really scary. Okay. Well, this is like really, really, really pigmented, and I like it, but it is not a good shade. Like I don't really like the shade of it. Like I like the shade, but I don't like the glitteriness of it. Setting our face before I do anything else. This is just how I do my makeup. I'm excited to try this out because I feel like a lot of people say this is a really good drugstore setting spray. So I got the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Natural Finish Setting Spray. So I'm just gonna go ahead and open it up. Ooh, that was like slick. It kind of smells, I don't know what it smells like. It kind of smells like the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. So, okay, I'm so scared to do this. Oh, actually, no, now it smells like hairspray. Okay, I'm just kidding. Okay, I love the spraying thing from this. I have the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. The spritzer thing on this is so much better. Like, it is a lot thinner. It doesn't come in like clumps to your skin. And I mean, I think it did its job. So moving on to highlighter, I've also already owned this because everyone talks about this as like a really good drugstore highlight. I have the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter powder, yeah, and I have it in the shade Blossom Glow. Immediately you get like color. It has a very pink undertone on my skin, so I know a lot of people like this shade, but I think I like a little bit more of like a, I don't know, I kind of just like a yellowish tint maybe? I don't really know, it just looks very, very pink. You guys can't see, but it looks very pink on my skin. But overall, I do like this highlighter. It's not my favorite highlighter ever, but it does deserve the hype that it gets. I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Retractable Brow Pencil, and honestly, this has gone through a lot. I think I'm almost out of this side. It comes with a spoolie on one side, obviously, and the retractable pencil on the other side. So the thing is, it has a triangular shape, and I do really like this for like natural brows, but if you were gonna try and, oh whoopsies, if you were gonna try and do anything dramatic with this, it just would not be a very good brow pencil in my opinion. It has a very creamy consistency, and you definitely have to go back and forth, like putting it on and then blending it in and putting it on and blending it in. So they didn't have a brow gel, and I really like to use brow gels because my eyebrow hairs do not like to stay in place at all. So I got, well, I didn't get this. I've had this for a really long time. This is the Essence, what is this? Essence Lash and Brow Gel. Curious how this is. I really don't like it at all. It has a very watery consistency, and I wanted to keep it drugstore. This is the only brow gel that I have that is drugstore. So I went with this, but I'm not actually a really huge fan of it because it doesn't really keep my brows in place longer than like maybe 10 minutes, and it's just very watery, and I feel like it kind of separates the brows. It makes them not look as good, but I wanted to keep this drugstore for you guys, so there you go. Eyeshadow, I got the, what is this? The Wet n Wild, I don't know, it doesn't really have a name. I think it's just like a Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette. It's one of the super small ones. I know they have the, like, not that big, but they have the little bit of bigger ones. Oh, this is the Color Icon Eyeshadow Quad. So, yeah, it has like little things to say where to put, or it has little things that says where to put them, but I'm not obviously gonna follow that. I think since these shades are kind of like pinky nude kind of colors, I'm gonna make this like a Valentine's Day look because the lip color that I got will go with that. I'm gonna be using this Morphe brush, and I actually am going to be going with what they say. I'm gonna be using this transition shade, but I do want to say that I feel like they could have like made these two different colors a little bit more different. They're very similar. This one's kind of like more of a mauve-ish brown. I don't know. So I feel like they could have made these two just a little bit different, but that's okay. I've never tried any eyeshadows from Wet n Wild before, so I'm really interested. Okay. If you see a little bit of pink on it, I'm sorry. Hey guys, so I'm sorry that this is super random because you're in the middle of watching this completely different video. Well, it's the same video, but I just wanted to come in here and say that my camera stopped recording because you guys didn't get to see me put on my mascara or my lipstick, but the mascara that I used was this mascara, and I actually really liked it. It was very good because I think it was only like $1, so it's a really good mascara for how cheap it is. And the Wet n Wild lipstick that I used is this lipstick, and it is in the shade Secret Muse. So I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys all that. I'm super duper sorry. Anyways, back to the little ending of this video. I don't know when the camera stopped recording, so I'm just gonna go with what I'm guessing. So the lipstick that I used was the Wet n Wild lipstick. It's only 80 some cents, so that's pretty cool. And it is in the shade Secret Muse, and I really like this shade. It's really good. It's really creamy. It doesn't dry my lips out at all. So I would definitely recommend this considering how cheap they are. They're really good. I mean, they smell kind of like drugstore lipstick, but it's really good, and I like it overall. So that was the end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and maybe you guys will be inspired for some type of Valentine's Day look for Valentine's Day or around Valentine's Day. And I hope that you guys are having a really good day. If you enjoyed this video, let me know down below, and maybe I'll do some more different types of drugstore brands, like a full face of it, because I think this video is really cool and really informative. So yeah, I guess I will see you guys later, and love you all. Bye!